intro into the Ningxia class. Ningxia has literally changed my life, and I am glad that you are here to learn about it. This is an intense, concentrated training on one of the most powerful whole foods on the planet. My hope is that when you wrap this class up, you start taking this as a regular dietary supplement, just like I have, and get as much of your family drinking it too. So let's take a quick peek at the company that makes Ningxia, Young Living. We believe in sourcing the best ingredients possible, and this is who we are. I love that video. All right. So it's not always about what you're cutting out of your diet or what you eat every day. It's also about what you're putting into your diet every day. If I could pick just one Young Living supplement, my personal favorite is Ningxia. And I know a lot of people ask why can't you just get this from your regular food? Well, you can't anymore, and that's kind of what a lot of us are coming into. The food the Lord created when He made this earth is not the food that's being grown here anymore. Food is repeatedly grown on the same land with pesticides and fertilizers. Scientists are creating new varieties of crops to grow faster and resistant to bugs. The plants don't have the time they need to absorb the same nutrients. The soil loses its vitamins, minerals, and microbes faster than they can be replaced. A Kushi Institute analysis of nutrient data from 1975 to 1997, so that's 22 years, found average calcium levels in 12 fresh vegetables dropped 27%, iron levels 30%, and vitamin C dropped 30%. You would have to eat 8 oranges today to get the same amount of vitamin A that your grandparents got. And that data is from Scientific America. Maybe you can't get enough from the plants, but you think you can make it up with meat. When plants contain fewer nutrients, though, the animals that are eating them are also malnourished. A study from the Journal of Nutrition and Health found copper levels in the UK are down 90% in dairy, 90%, 55% in meat, 76% in vegetables. Water is also depleted of minerals because of the plants pulling more of the nutrients from the soil and the earth. And modern production methods, which are more efficient, is also causing this issue. It means more plants on the same land and more crop rotations over doing it by hand. There are town filtration systems. Many of them remove important minerals like magnesium, which is essential for 300 biochemical reactions in the body. Then to top it off, we're adding chlorine and fluoride. Beyond that, nutrient absorption declines with age. The older we get, the less we absorb. Nutrient deficiencies hurt your performance, cause DNA damage, make you age faster, and cause chronic disease. That's why we have to supplement our diets. What is Ningxia? It is the whole wolfberry puree. If you leave your Ningxia on the counter for a few minutes, you'll notice that it divides into two colors. The color on the bottom is the pureed fruit. It's about half to a third of the bottle. By using the entire plant and not just its juice, you now have a whole food supplement that's much more powerful. So real quick here, I'm gonna stop sharing so that you guys can see this. So if you can see, this is a bottle of Ningxia that's been sitting in my cupboard because the other one's in the fridge. But see the color difference here? So this is kind of like a darker color. All this down here, this is all the fruit puree. And that's why it separates out like that. And then once you mix it up, it's our normal Ningxia color. So we'll go back to this. All right. Come on, computer. There we go. When you get Ningxia in your home, set a bottle on the counter for a couple hours and check it out yourself. The Ningxia berry puree at the bottom of the bottle after it settles is part of the reason Ningxia is a whole food supplement, and that's why it's so good for you. Ningxia wolfberries grow in the Ningxia River Valley in China. On top of that, the juice is blended with blueberry, aronia, cherry, pomegranate, and plum juices, natural stevia extract, grape seed extract, Care vanilla extract, and orange, yuzu, lemon, and tangerine essential oils. Yuzu is an oil that you cannot get by itself at Young Living. It's used only for our Ningxia Red. Ningxia is the only drink on the market that combines whole Chinese wolfberries and pure therapeutic grade essential oils into a single beverage. There are at least 80 species of lithium berries worldwide, but only I have the hardest time saying this word, barbarium, shows the highest nutrient levels in scientific testing. The Ningxia region holds the gold certificate, China's equivalent to the USDA's organic certification. They are grown with no fertilizers, no pesticides, no sulfur, no irradiation, no dyes, no heavy metals of lead, arsen, mercury, or cadmium in the soil. The Ningxia region's irrigation water comes from the Yellow River, which is upstream from all the pollutants of the major cities. The Yellow River floods the Ningxia plants with layers of minerals and silt every year. The farms of Ningxia are in a semi-arid region with plenty of sunlight and a high temperature difference between night and day. Temperature differences are good for the liquids in a plant. It keeps them moving. Think of sap running in the maple trees. The elevation is just right for the plant to be the most productive. Any other place in the world would not have the same ecological conditions of the pH of the water, nutrients in the soil, or silt from the Yellow River. The conditions have earned Ningxia the distinction of being China's recognized herbal medicine valley. Ningxia has a high nutritional content and naturally occurring organic sugar. This is the sugar that allows your cells to talk. Ningxia is Chinese only medicinal wolfberry production base. The lithium barbarium variety of wolfberry is superior in vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants, more than any other wolfberry in the world. Here's a little Chinese proverb to round it out. If you want to be happy for an hour, take a nap. If you want to be happy for a day, go fishing. If you want to be happy for a lifetime, help people. That is why I teach on Ningxia, because I believe in helping you. I love that little proverb. It cracks me up. It's really cute. So kind of my personal story. So there's picture me. And then this is one of my favorite little mocktail combinations. So I like the lemon Pellegrino and my Ningxia, and then some drops of lemon and orange or citrus fresh. It's kind of my little combo. Ningxia has really changed my life. Remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing, diagnosing, or otherwise acting as a medical professional. This is simply my story with Ningxia. I have type 2 diabetes, and I have since I was 18 years old. Luckily, I haven't had to go on insulin. However, it has been getting harder and harder for me to control my blood sugar levels, even with all the different oral medications I'm on. Through my own experimentation with Ningxia Red, I have found that when I drink it consistently, and for me, I found out that I need 6 to 8 ounces a day, which is a little higher than what's usually recommended. But with that, my blood sugars started coming down by about 150 points and staying extremely regular. I also suffer from chronic fatigue, and now I have a lot more great natural energy during the day. My overall physical and mental health has improved greatly. I notice a decrease in this and how I feel wonderful, but I don't have my Ningxia. So I definitely kind of freak out when I'm out of it. I also have all of my pets in my home and my partner all taking Ningxia Red. The whole house loves it. I love having this natural, amazing product in my home, and it tastes so good. It's an issue trying to limit how much you drink because it is a little spendy, but it's so good. Like, you could just sit there and drink it all day. So now let's talk about the journey that Ningxia took to get to your doorstep. It's hard to bring something sacred from China all the way to the United States. Gary Young was in search of the fountain of youth, the plant that was eaten and helped people live well into their hundreds. He searched in all corners of the earth. His journey is actually even chronicled in a book that you can get called Ningxia Wolfberry, the Ultimate Superfood. Okay, so Deborah, are you able to see this video that's about to play?
Not yet.
Okay, so let me do this. Okay, how about now?
Yeah.
That's going down? Okay.
Was that supposed to be over like that fast?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I thought they were going to have the longer one on here too. Let's see. Go back to this. Okay. Come on, computer. Sorry, guys. Bear with me a second here. There we go. So Gary Young found that people living in the Ningxia region in China had exceptional lifespans and something in common. They were nibbling on this berry, making tea out of it, and dyeing the fruit and eating it. He took the berry back to his lab in the United States, and thus the journey of the red berry made it to American soil. Once Gary found Ningxia, it took 7 years to get it past customs into the US and get it formulated. It started first as berry young juice, which was just the juice. Then it was reformulated to include the peel and flesh of the wolfberry fruit. Now let's talk about some of the science of why Ningxia works. And here are going to be 7 quick reasons with simple explanations. So we're going to geek out here and get a little sciencey. All right, so antioxidants. 1 ounce of Ningxia Red, which is 2 pounds of wolfberries. There are 17 or 18 species of wolfberry, but only the Ningxia wolfberry has the ability to deliver all of the micro and macronutrients that are bioavailable to the cells of your body. Antioxidants play a huge role in aging, memory, arthritis, inflammation, and so much more. Oxygen radical absorption capacity, or ORAC, is a method of measuring antioxidant capabilities. Presently, the highest antioxidant on the ORAC scale is vitamin E, which comes in between 800 and 1200, followed by blueberries, raspberries, pomegranate, etc. A combination of fruits together reach around 3000 on the ORAC scale. Ningxia scores at over 2700. That's amazing. And then next, we're gonna watch this little video. So this is one of my favorite videos. This is Diamond Debbie Erickson, and she is gonna.
Hey, I'm Debbie Erickson. I'm Young Living Diamond here in Dallas, Texas. We're filming on location at a Whole Foods here in Plano, Texas. I've been in Young Living for soon to be 7 years, and I've been a very happy Ningxia Red daily user almost that entire 7 years. Our 6 kids, our 6 grandkids, my 94-year-old mother-in-law, our 2 black labs, we all love our Ningxia Red on a daily basis. It is a superfood. It is nutrient dense. The Ningxia wolfberry has over 200 times the amount of antioxidant value than any other food. And I want to talk to you about 3 things today here as you're going to take me on a fun shopping trip here in Whole Foods. I want to talk about the synergistic value that the Ningxia wolfberry has, along with the other 6 fruits that are in Ningxia Red, plus 4 essential oils. That synergy, which means the whole is greater than the parts. The sum whole of Ningxia Red is greater than just the Ningxia wolfberry by itself, or the other 6 fruits, or the 4 oils. It's an amazing superfood, and I believe as an RN and as a Young Living leader that everybody should have it as a foundation to their healthy daily diet. But I also want to talk to you about the comparative value of Ningxia Red. When you look at what the other fruits and vegetables that it's equal to in terms of amount in just 1 ounce, it's amazing. And it's so convenient to be able to get it in a 1 or 2 ounce serving every day. So let's have some fun and let's go shopping for what the comparative value of Ningxia Red is to other high fruits and vegetables in antioxidants. Come join me on this shopping trip. Let's have some fun. enjoyed my shopping trip here at Whole Foods with me. What you saw I gathered in those 3 carts are the equivalent to 1 ounce of Ningxia Red. Can you believe it? It would have been twice that amount for 2 ounces. So if you got tired shopping with me, that's okay. I've got my 2 ounces of Ningxia Red, and I hope that you're going to have your 2 ounces today too. So join me in having Ningxia Red on a daily basis. Thanks for being with me today at Whole Foods. Chug, 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 chug. This was so much easier doing that than filling 3 shopping carts.
So I am like a super visual person. And so I think that video is really where it kind of hit home for me of what a great supplement this is and how much I'm doing for my body whenever I drink it. Is just seeing those 3 shopping carts full of all of that and what you would have to do just to get your 2 ounces. So amazing. But moving on to more of the sciencey stuff. So acid to alkaline. In your body, you have alkaline acid. This is what creates disease is acid. It breeds viruses, bacteria, and fungus. When you can keep your pH neutral, you inhibit growth of things you don't want in your body. Everything we eat converts in the stomach, which has a pH of 2.5. Wolfberry goes into the stomach and starts to break down the acid, but the minute it hits the small intestine, it immediately converts back to alkaline. It's acid binding and alkaline forming. Only one other food does that, and it's lemon. Wolfberry is chemically structured to convert to convert because of the amino acid trypsin, which is responsible for the conversion of amino acids to protein. And guess what Ningxia is? It's alkaline protein. It's the most perfect food that exists. And it tastes like it too, because it is amazing. Free radicals. Where do free radicals come from? The air. It comes from electromagnetic fields, stuff we're eating, chocolate, sugar, all that kind of stuff. They are the army guys on the wrong side of the team. They're wreaking havoc, and you are outnumbering the army with Ningxia. Your body does a good job at taking care of oxidative stress, but one of the reasons that we age and we get wrinkly, the reasons that we feel tired, is because of an excess of free radicals. Everything that is high on the ORAC scale will flush your system really well. Your body gets quadrillions of free radical attacks each day, 10,000 attacks per cell per day. The body needs a leg up. Most other nutritional drinks do little against superoxidized, the worst free radicals, because the drinks are so heavily processed. Gary worked for years to perfect the berry all the way to the bottle, so you're getting the full benefits. The Ningxia wolfberry was saved during the processing. This means that it's a powerhouse designed to fight free radicals in the body. Minerals have to be properly balanced. Too much calcium will result in a zinc deficiency. Too much zinc can suppress immunity and lead to anemia. Both the mineral profile and the mineral balance of Ningxia wolfberry is without equal in the plant kingdom. With magnesium to calcium ratios of 1:1, zinc to copper 2:1, and potassium to magnesium 8:1. It is exactly what the body needs in proportions. You're getting whole food nutrition. It's coming from the plant, not a synthetic source. It's coming from a food-based source. That means that it's easier for your body to process. You'll absorb more of what you're eating, and it's also a liquid. If you did a digestive function test, 95 to 98% of us would come back with a weak or deficient digestive system because of medications, stress, processed food. To get Ningxia in liquid form means you absorb it faster and your body doesn't have to actually break it down. Essential oils in Ningxia act as a delivery system to the body. Because it's infused with Young Living therapeutic grade essential oils, it increases the absorption rate of the Ningxia. The tiny oils act as a delivery system for the larger molecules. So the right sugar. But sugar's bad, right? Not all sugar. Ningxia has the right sugar to open the doors to your cell. When our cell membranes are inflamed, oxidized, toxic, lacking in mitochondrial function to energize the receptors to open and close, we have no energy. Ningxia sugars actually open the doors to our cells so good information can get passed to them. It crosses the lipid layer of the cell and passes inside. Only 8 sugars on Earth can actually open this door. Ningxia has 4 of those 8 sugars, naturally occurring inside the wolfberry. So let's talk enzymes. By age 40, you start losing digestive enzymes in the gut. Ningxia is loaded with the right enzymes to help you break down and get the nutrients out of what you're eating. Feed your body exactly what it needs. So not only is it providing you with a lot of these enzymes, but it's also helping with the cell communication as well. So other important things to know, it contains every essential amino acid. It contains 13% protein, the highest protein content of any fruit. It has trace minerals, it has naturally occurring vitamins B1, B6, and B2, which is the energy vitamin. It has more vitamin C than all the other fruits and veggies on Earth. 148 milligrams, parsley and spinach have 133 milligrams. Oranges have 53. It has more calcium than cherries, 16 milligrams, and carnivorous vegetables. At 110 milligrams and more beta carotene than carrots. It's loaded with fiber because the skin of the berry is preserved. Perhaps the best thing the wolfberry does for your body is what it does to the cells. The cell membrane is made up of oils, fats, and phospholipids. There are proteins floating on every liquid and every flexible sea of fat. The proteins are like antennas that pick up messages from other cells. You know, the messengers that come into a cell, they have fancy names like insulin, thyroid, enzymes, digestive enzymes, neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. They are messengers that do not work well until you attach the right sugars to them. You can see the power of the nutrition. Fats, proteins, and sugars are needed. If you are eating the wrong sugar, you are rendering the whole structure of the cell membrane dysfunctional. As cell communication breaks down, your health breaks down. If you mess up the cell membrane, you need more insulin to get the job done. 40% of you are insulin resistant. If a man has a waist of more than 40 inches and a woman more than 35 inches, they're insulin resistant. This is why you want to stay away from bad sugar. We'll get back to that in the Ningxia challenge coming up. Let's wrap all the science up in 2 sentences. The Ningxia wolfberry and good nutrition can impact your cell membrane. It helps cellular communication take place. It gives the mitochondria the energy it needs. It provides micronutrients and feeds mitochondria and has the right sugar to open the cell door. When you eat poorly, your cells get mucked up. That lipid layer on the outside of the cell gets sticky, and the cells stack up on top of one another like coins. Ningxia wipes that doorway clean, increases the surface area so that good information can get passed to the cells. So we're gonna get just a little more geeky, guys. We're gonna look at this video real quick, and I'm kind of a geek, so I really get into it, but basically they're going to show us what your cells look like before you drink Ningxia and after. And it's much healthier, as you can see, after. So
this is a blood sample of somebody before taking Ningxia. And this is actually a great example of an unhealthy cell. See how it's stacked like coins? What this means is the cells are right on top of each other. There's very little surface area to them. A lot of it's crowded, which means can't get a whole lot of oxygen in there, which means can't really detox itself. Can't breathe, can't take in nutrients, can't detox. Oxygen is what we really need to emit what we don't need, take in what we do need. So this person was given 1 ounce of Ningxia Red. 15 minutes later, this is what their blood looked like. Isn't that awesome? So that's a healthy state in the body. So how many of you guys drank your Ningxia Red packet when you walked in?
I love that. It's amazing. So you can see how quickly that the cells in the body go from an unhealthy state into this healthier state just from drinking 1 ounce, which is half of what that packet was I drank at the beginning of this class.
This is
So again, Ningxia is not healing the body. It's cleaning cell receptor sites so the body can do its own work and communicate like a boss. It comes alongside the body so it can do what it was created to do. So usually we would kind of try this stuff out together, but since we're doing this through Zoom, kind of bear with me because we're not going to be able to. So the best way to experience Ningxia is to get some in your body and feel it for yourself. So how long does it take to notice benefits? Some are going to notice it immediately, some after the first couple of weeks, some in a few months. It takes 4 months for every cell in your body to be replaced. I'd say to drink 2 to 4 ounces a day for 4 months, then take a week off and see how you feel. I personally noticed a difference. I noticed a difference with my energy probably immediately within, either immediately or within the first week. And by the first month, I was really noticing a big difference in myself with it. But everybody's body is a little bit different. So this is where normally we'd be able to kind of pass out some samples of Ningxia and let you guys try it. So I'm sorry that it's a virtual setting. We won't really be able to do that. But yeah, try to use your imagination. So this has some really good little recipes on here as well. So take note of a few reference points that are easy for self-evaluation when you're starting out with Ningxia. Take note of your lung capacity, your vision, your sense of energy, of how you feel. Look around the room and assess the quality of your eyesight. Are you feeling tired, energized, or somewhat in between? You know, then try taking a big drink of Ningxia, hold it in your mouth for 10 to 20 seconds. Under your tongue is best. That's how it absorbs into our body the quickest. Tune into any sensation in your body. Close your eyes and swallow. And then take another good evaluation of how you feel. Usually, almost immediately, you're going to feel warmth in your body. You may feel tingling down to your toes. Take another deep breath. Is it easier to breathe? Are your lungs taking more oxygen in? Do you feel more awake? Ningxia contains lutein and zeaxanthin, which is basically act as natural sunscreen for the eyes. Do you feel more calm and centered? Many say the wolfberry helps to relax them. Do you feel more energized? And then odd ways to use Ningxia. So these are some different recipes that you could try out. I'm not going to go through each of them too much, but you can kind of see on there, and if anybody wants this information later, I can get it to you. But the dreamsicle is one that I seriously have to try. And that one is 1 ounce of Ningxia Red, 1 drop of sacred frankincense, 1 orange, lemon, tangerine, copaiba, citrus fresh, and lemon. Sounds so good. So those are all the different recipes, but you really just kind of experiment. The recipes that I use aren't even on here. I like my mocktail with, you know, I don't use alcohol either. I just use Pellegrino. The flavored ones can be really good. I like the lemon one. And then I just add some of my favorite essential oil drops to it, and it's really good. And a lot of people too will throw it in the freezer, which I've got to do that and make slushies. It won't freeze all the way, but it does get you kind of a slushy thing. There are also some other kind of odd ways to use Ningxia. So you can use it as a mouthwash. Just, you know, put it in your mouth and swish. Make Ningxia tea. Heat 1 cup of water, add 1 ounce of Ningxia Red, and sip as you would a tea. Ningxia wolfberry paste. Pour 1 ounce of Ningxia onto a plate, let it sit for a few hours. As the water evaporates, it'll get sticky and gooey, and just apply it on the body where you wish. Let's see, Ningxia lotion. Add 1 teaspoon of Ningxia to a small amount of rose ointment or Genesis hand body lotion and apply as needed. Ningxia for your ears. Add a few drops of the juice on a cotton swab and swab the inside of your ear, not deep. Your ears will feel clean. Wolfberry juice has natural occurring compound that can dissolve or loosen waxy substances. There's a Ningxia enema on here, but yeah. Finger or toe soak. Soak the finger or toe in undiluted Ningxia for a few minutes and then massage into your skin. Ningxia foot baths, Ningxia massages, Ningxia nail and cuticle treatment. Dip half of a cotton ball in a small bowl of Ningxia until it's dripping wet. Press onto the nails and let it sit for 30 minutes or overnight. Ningxia scalp application. Place 1 tablespoon of Ningxia in a small dish. Wrap a towel around your head and shoulders to protect your clothing and massage the juice into your scalp. I like to use a small plastic squirt bottle to get this done into my roots. Let it sit on your skin for at least 15 minutes before showering. There's also for Ningxia gummies, which I feel like as a team event at some point we've got to do this together because it sounds really good. But the Ningxia gummies would be 1 cup fresh squeezed orange juice, half a cup of Ningxia Red, 5 teaspoons grass-fed gelatin, 2 tablespoons organic maple syrup or raw honey, 4 drops orange vitality oil, and 2 drops of the lemon vitality oil. And then in a saucepan, heat the Ningxia and maple syrup or honey. Add gelatin until it's fully dissolved, no clumps. Add the oils and pour it into silicone mold. Let it harden for 3 to 4 hours on the counter or 10 minutes in the freezer. So I'm just saying, we got to try this at some point. That sounds good. Well, that wraps up our class. Let's take one more quick peek at how to get started. I do recommend the Ningxia Starter Kit. It gives you a 24% discount off all of your Ningxia, all of your oils, all of your Young Living products for life. I started my journey with a starter kit. I started with the premium starter kit, and it's where I recommend anybody start because it's the best bang for your buck. Also, the discount that you get, the 24% discount, is for a lifetime with no yearly membership fees. Why are you going back? There we go. The Ningxia Red Premium Starter Kit is $170 and comes with 2 bottles of Ningxia Red that have 25 1-ounce servings each, a 30-pack of Ningxia Red single servings, Ningxia Nitro, a full bottle of Stress Away essential oil, an aroma guide filament to turn that bottle into roll-on. You get some Thieves mints and Thieves hand sanitizer. Individually, the kit is worth $296, so you're saving $126 and getting that 24% discount on every future order by starting with the kit. All right. The Ningxia Red Starter Kit comes with 2 full bottles of Ningxia Red. That's enough for 50 1-ounce servings. If you do 1 ounce a day, it's nearly 2 months of Ningxia. If you're doing 2 ounces of Ningxia a day, it will last you a full month. The kit also comes with 30 packets or satchels of the Ningxia. They're 2 ounces each. I love the satchels because they're great for on the go. I always am just like throwing 1 or 2 of these in my bag. If I want it throughout the day, if I'm feeling low energy or anything, I've just got it with me. Because they're so great with pets too, I love to carry them with me in case I run into someone who's having some issues going on with their pets, in case it might help them as well. So I love these little satchels. They're great. Ningxia Starter Kit has an entire box of Nitro inside. Nitro is full of minerals and B vitamins, all the good ingredients and none of the bad. So this is really great for if you're really low energy, and like energy drinks are horrible for us. They have pretty much everything that you could imagine bad in them. So that's what's great. Is this is a great way to get some natural energy without hurting your body.
Tony, can I share with everybody something really quick?
Yes, go for it.
I just text you. They revamped this kit recently, and I know you got this from somebody else's thing, and it's now $135, not $170.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that's what's cool about it, because but it's only for new members, only at $135.
Oh, that's why it was still showing the higher price when I looked.
Yeah, I know, but but I just text you the update that came out this last week or so.
Okay.
But I just want everybody to know on here what the new update is, because we're close. Everybody's here close with each other. It now only include, is this okay if I say this right now? Is that all right?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, it's 135 for new members only. So that means we can't, as members, anybody that's a member on here can't get it for that. But what I was gonna say is it's now comes with the 2 packs of Ningxia Red bottles, 30 packs of Ningxia Red packets, like Tony said, and the nitro. Everything else is not included in the 135 anymore. So
Okay.
just for people to know it, but all those products added up together are worth more than the 135, just to let you all know. So thank you. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Oh, that's okay. So essentially then you wouldn't get the, well, not essentially, it is. So let's see. So you wouldn't be getting the Stress Away. And then you also wouldn't be getting, let's see. So you get 2 packets, 30. Right. So yeah, so you don't get some of these extras, but we'll kind of, I'll talk about Stress Away anyways, just because this is one of my favorite oils. So no longer is coming with the kit, but 135, that's amazing for the kit. But for Stress Away, it's an essential oil that I just recommend for everybody. This is one I usually have a roller ball in my pocket at all times of this, and I'm applying it all day. But it really is just calming to the senses, and I love the smell of it. It smells really good. So I constantly am putting it, you know, underneath my ears and on the back of my neck. And I haven't honestly myself gotten to try the Thieves Mints, not that they're included anymore with the kit, but that is on my list of things I want to try. So we will keep going here. And then it sounds like from what Deborah was saying, the hand sanitizer is not included either, but we do have this product available for purchase in shop. And the Thieves hand sanitizer has more than 60% alcohol in it, which means that it does meet the recommendations of the CDC. But it's dedentured alcohol, and it's just so much better and so much safer. I don't know if some of you guys heard about those recalls of the hand sanitizers, not ours. They were some off-brand product, and it's making people really sick. I love our hand sanitizer, and it doesn't dry my hands out either. Moving on. Okay. So there are actually 2 ways to get Ningxia goodness in your life. The Ningxia Premium Starter Kit, which is where I recommend that you guys start if you're not members. So like Deborah said, it's $135. And then after that, you can get the Ningxia Essential Rewards bundle. So I highly recommend signing up for Essential Rewards. It is amazing. You get money back for every dollar that you spend in points, and that continues to increase as your months go on. So after 4 consecutive months, you start to get 20% back, and then after 25, and then you get 25% back after 25 consecutive months. This is the ER bundle. So the ER bundle comes with 4 bottles of Ningxia and then 30 packets of the singles. So this is what I typically do each month to keep my whole family going on this. And it's a really good deal, and the health benefits are just so amazing. So this is kind of one of the more cost-saving ways to do it. If you buy Ningxia wholesale after you get your starter kit, then it's $1.38 an ounce. On Essential Rewards, after you get your kit, it's $1.17 an ounce. So you're saving about 21 cents for every single ounce just by getting it on your Essential Rewards. Hands down, the Ningxia ER kit will save you the most money, so you want to keep it stocked up in your home year-round. And a lot of people ask, how much should I be drinking of it? Well, the recommended daily amount is 2 ounces or 1 ounce for those under the age of 6. I think everybody's body is different though, and really you just kind of have to research and figure out what is going to be best for you. And when I say research, I mean research yourself. Do I feel okay at 1 ounce? No, I feel like I need more. Okay, go to 2 ounces. So for me, I had to play around with it for quite a while before I figured out where my golden zone is, as I call it. And for me, it's 6 to 8 ounces. So it's a bit higher than what most people drink, but that's what my body wants, and that's what I give it. So let's end with a story from Young Living's convention in 2015, a story about Gandhi. Gandhi used to give advice to people 2 or 3 hours a day. He'd sit under a tree and people would line up. After waiting all day long in the heat, finally a mom and her child gets up to Gandhi and says, "Please tell my kid to stop eating candy." Gandhi says, "Come back tomorrow." The woman's puzzled, but hey, if Gandhi says it, you do it. She lines up in the heat of the sun the next day and gets to the top of the line again and says, "Please, Gandhi, tell my son to stop eating candy." Gandhi says, "Quit eating candy." She says, "Why didn't you tell him that before?" He says, "Well, before I was eating candy myself." So, all right. So I want to challenge you. Do you want to share Ningxia with those you know? Will you have more power of conviction if you speak truthfully and say, "I quit refined sugar today"? Refined sugar does the opposite of what Ningxia is doing for your body. We talked about Ningxia naturally containing good sugars. Refined sugar is the opposite. Let's take this entire class up a notch. I believe in training you long after the class is over. We are an education-driven team, which means we work alongside you to train you on Young Living products. So for 30 days, I recommend that you train your body and build new habits. So the 30-day Ningxia challenge is, so you would take 1 to 2 ounces of Ningxia a day, and that's for 30 days. And then do 30 minutes walks every day and do your best to have no sugar, at least very, very little sugar, under 10 grams. And see how you feel at the end of that. And this is something I'm striving to do myself. So if anyone wants to do it with me, then we can. So you guys survived. That wraps up our class, and you survived the 103 Ningxia class. This is just a fun little funny video.
I'm Ningxia Red. I'm a whole wolfberry nutrient infusion.
I'm Eternal Youth Ageless Health Drink. What's an infusion?
Oh, that just means I'm infused with Young Living essential oils, and I have a nutrient preparation, which basically means I just use the whole wolfberry in its natural state.
Well, that's nice, Nature Boy. I had mostly natural ingredients too, until they were scientifically engineered, concentrated, and reformulated to make the ultimate cell reformulation formula.
That's a mouthful of words. What is this you got right here?
Oh, that's nothing, just a warning label.
You have a warning label?
Sure, everyone's got a warning label nowadays.
I don't have a warning label. What does that say?
Just the usual stuff. Don't take with prescriptions, or if you're pregnant or under 18. Yeah, the usual stuff.
Yeah, don't take if you're under 18. I thought you were a health drink.
Oh, I'm healthy.
Yeah, right.